For sure. Michael, thank you.
Young families are leaving Sydney in droves because of the high cost of housing. The New South Wales Productivity Commissioner warns that without action, Sydney could become, as he puts it, the city with no grandchildren. Alexander Lewis reports.
A report by the New South Wales Productivity Commission has found that the harbour city is losing twice as many people aged 30 to 40 as it gains. That's because housing has become too expensive for many families.
If this continues, then Sydney may well become known as the city with no grandchildren.
Adrian Tucci left his Sydney roots last month and moved his family from Leichhardt in the city's inner west to Cairns in far north Queensland.
We can't afford a multi-million-dollar mortgage, raising two kids with my wife wanting to be a stay-at-home mum.
The painter said he and his wife Nicole bought a block of 3 units by the beach in the tropical city for less than $1 million.
So it was a difficult decision to leave family and friends. However, the financial stress that we would have been under had we stayed and bought a property would have ultimately led to a far harder and sad life.
Joe and Andy Rowe started their family while living in a two-bedroom apartment they owned on Sydney's lower North Shore.
We would like our kids to have their own bedrooms, have their own space.
After having their second child, the couple decided it was time to upsize. After failing to find a larger property within their price range, the family relocated to Canberra in 2021.
A small two-bedroom apartment where we were in Sydney was the price of equivalent to a four-bedroom house in the suburbs in Canberra.
The Productivity Commissioner says the exodus of people aged 30 to 40 is a problem for Sydney-siders because that age group is among the most productive in the workforce.
If these productive workers leave Sydney, then it means the rest of us who stay here are going to have to work a little bit harder to produce the same level of goods and services.
The Productivity Commissioner says to make housing cheaper and more abundant in Sydney, density needs to increase in areas closer to the city. To achieve that, the state government plans to rezone land near dozens of train stations to allow apartment blocks in areas currently dominated by standalone houses. But there's pushback from some councils who fear the character of those suburbs will be ruined. The Productivity Commissioner says heritage protections should be reviewed in areas where restrictions on redevelopment are widespread.
Alexander Lewis.